Guys, you know the most overlooked tip for getting great deals on sports cards is to build relationships. And if you saw my prior video, I actually went over how I was able to save myself money as well as the seller money on a transaction I did here locally a couple of months ago. But it's also well worth the communication and the relationship that I'm developing, because I don't know how many times I'm gonna be dealing with this guy in the future. And so in this video, I wanna give some love to my local card shops here in LA, and I want to show you some of the cards I've gotten from them, some of the supplies, and also give you a couple tips as to how you could start building relationships locally so you could save some money, make extra money, and just have a lot more fun in the long run. Welcome back. Now let's get to work. First stop right here, Burbank Sports Cards. Place looks packed. I wanted to give you guys a little peek inside of Burbank Sports Cards, but also not film other people just out of respect. Got my first 2 orders from Burbank, now heading to Simi Valley where I get to meet up with Tony, get 3 more orders. On my way to see Tony now, but what's on this sign? Tampa! We're going to Tampa! Not really. You see that smiley face? Good sign that we're getting cards. And here is card shop number 2. Mickey D's, baby. I just had a wonderful 45-minute conversation with Tony. We talked about life and family and death and how awesome this hobby is. So I got my 3 orders here. Let's go home and open up some cards. I got a nice hour-long drive ahead of me. I'm finally back at the Comeback Card Cave. That was a long trip, so let me piss and then let's bust open these cards. Ah, much better. All right, on to my extremely professional setup. Let's bust open some cards. Let's see here. Bowman's Best, Kobe Bryant. Zenith Epics, Tom Brady. Another Tom Brady, another Tom Brady. You already know the theme, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on the cards here. But these early Tom Brady cards I will gobble up. And as chromes get more expensive, then the bases will get more expensive. And that's not on every player, but I believe guys like Tom Brady, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, that's the caliber of guys that I don't mind just getting their low-end cards because their legacy is already sealed and you know they're going to be remembered forever. It's not like they're done in 2 years and then they're forgotten about. That's kind of weird. This blue and then purple. I've never seen this card before. It's really interesting. There must have been a good price on Comp C because I wouldn't go out of my way to, yes, that's why. Serial numbered, sweet, up to 600. Let's see what this is. Up to 500, okay, that's why. That's important to me. Because even if it's a weird ass card, covered in purple, covered in blue, the serial numbers are really important now. I mean, it's more and more important, and I've been selling them a lot quicker than the other cards in spite of them being a lot more expensive. I remember having this card as a kid as well. I think this is 98, 99, maybe 99, 2000, Bowman's Best. Really cool card. I'm not sure why one is in a sleeve and one is in a top loader, but really cool. Oh yeah, okay, I think it's because the outside just to protect. But very nice, thank you, Tony. And this is another one I got from him. Penny Magic. I love this, and I love the peel. I wish they would do that more often because the peel was the fun part. It's like you got to play with the card, and with the blue border, the blue background, it's like new and fancy, but at the same time, it's dated, and I like that. Solid. It's not the best centering, but I mean, they shouldn't be the best centering. But man, that is just a cool card. I might actually peel off the sticker and put on my display. And then Magic Johnson's one guy that I wanted to start investing in a while ago, just because of how relevant he is now and how close he was to Kobe and just the NBA greats, Bird, Jordan, all the others, Kareem, Dr. J, and then Shaq. I don't know why he's smiling at the free throw line, because he should be very fearful. Like, he looks actually quite happy and optimistic, like he's going to make the free throw, but everyone knows what happens right after that moment. Penny Hardaway, this one's a bit discolored. I'm not really, yeah, see, there we go. So now we have a colored correctly Penny Hardaway and then a discolored green one, which is strange, but that's just how it is on the finest sets. And then early Kobe Bryant. I don't know how early it is though, to be honest. 2000, so pretty early Kobe Bryant. Very nice. And Brett Favre refractor. You know what? Brett Favre has got to be my favorite quarterback from the 90s. It's his attitude. It's him jumping all over the place. It's him in the green and gold, you know, the green and yellow. That's the only color I really want to see Brett Favre in. I don't want to see him in the Jets green or the Vikings purple. This is the last order from Tony at Simmons Cards. So big shout out to Tony. You could visit his Beckett store online. He has some great prices, great service, and he's just a good dude. So I'll put the link up below, but you know I got to have my Gronk. I think second year Chrome, which is nothing. I mean, let me see here. Second year's, I mean, look, this is 50 cents. So second year Topps Chrome. I don't expect it to be much, but I like collecting Gronk for myself. You know, I love these Schickel cards right here. 09 insert of Topps Chrome. And then Adrian Peterson refractor. Ooh, man, that is nice. That's a good one right there. I got to put that in the sleeve. That is a beautiful Drew Brees refractor right there. The autograph, I think that's X-Fractor. That's beautiful. See, this is, to me, a good balance of classy. You have the signature, it's special, it's a good shot of Drew Brees, but then you have the fun side. You have like Drew Brees at a disco. Like, sorry. All right, Chrome basic cards, just a good looking card, nothing fancy or expensive about it. Same thing here with the Aaron Rodgers Chromes. I'll take these as well. I think he's gonna have a good year. Aaron Rodgers has every reason to have a good year mentally. Hopefully his body holds up, but if I'd want to stick it to someone, if there's someone in the league that would want to stick it to someone, it would be Aaron Rodgers. More Drew Brees, Bowman Chrome. Let me see what year this is. 08, 09, 06. Oh yes, no wonder. So that's why I gobbled him up. 06, first year in the Saints jersey. So I like that, the theory that that's going to be more lucrative and more desirable for collectors. Early Brady, 06 here, Bowman, and then, yeah, really early Bowman Chrome here because he's still in the Chargers, yeah, 03, so very early Drew Brees there. But I like him in the Saints jersey a lot more. This is a cool card. Look at that, man. Iron Mike, dude, the vein going through his right shoulder, he's just gonna knock some dude out. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be there, if this is like a bit of dirt, because I don't feel it. No, I think it's supposed to be there. I think that's just how it is. Let's hope so. But it's a thick card. Look at that. It's a nice one. I actually really like this card. What is this? Sport Kings. I like this card a lot. I mean, I'd want to hold on to this for myself just because of that gnarly look. That is intense. And then I like this one too. Space Jam's coming out next year. I love this shot. It's the promo card to Space Jam. I have another one of these, and I think this will sell quite well, to be honest, but Space Jam's my childhood. I love it. And Jordan, in his prime, 96-ish, that's where it's at. So thank you, Tony. I love the deals. I love meeting up with you, and I hope you guys can connect with Tony as well and order from him. Let's move on to the next store in town, which is Burbank Sports Cards. And I've been able to get some great deals over there as well. And they're really nice guys. It's a cool atmosphere because they have a big storefront. Bowman Chrome, Topps Chrome Breeze, Orange Refractor. I think this is second year Prism second, yeah, let's see, 20, or is this first year? I forgot. Football is second year Prism Gronkowski, and I'll get a lot of these because the first year Prisms were not cheap. They were still like 10 or 12 bucks each for the first year Prism. So I said, you know what, for 50 cents or whatever. In fact, I think it's easier if I just show you. And that's probably the other order, so never mind. First year select, I'm going in on football. That's not a surprise. I love the look. Ben Roethlisberger. I think didn't he like rape a woman 10 years ago? Or did that get thrown out? I forgot. Ooh, look at that. That is what I'm talking about right there. That 95 finest that they replicated in 2015. I have a couple of Russell Wilsons in it, and that is just a beautiful card. Beautiful, just so creative, flashy. You got the lightning, you got that nostalgia from the 90s, but today. And this is another Prism, but just this one's in a sleeve. Cool. Yeah, I'm a baller. I'm gonna bust you the F up. So a lot of these Mike Tyson cards right here. Obviously, he has the movie coming out. He's fighting again. He has a boxing exhibition match against, who is it? Sugar Ray Leonard, something like that. I don't know boxing much, but Sugar Ray. I don't think it's against Evander Holyfield, although that would be amazing if he went in as an exhibition fight and fought Evander Holyfield again and bit off his other ear. Or if Holyfield went in and bit off Mike Tyson's ear as revenge from 20 years ago. This is my first Revolution card. And, you know, I was wondering, will first year Revolution be a thing? And that's a topic I'm gonna discuss and I'm gonna put out there. And since this is my first card, I wanna handle it a bit more just to see. It's extremely thin. That's the one thing I don't like, very thin, but it's pretty cool looking. I think it's fun. I think it's a lot better than Prism, to be honest. Yeah, the only thing I don't like is how thin it is. It doesn't feel like it's worth much, but it has a cool look. So I got first year Dwayne Wade's for, let's see, 71 cents each. So that's why. Anthony Davis, first year Revolution. And I'll hold on to these because maybe first year Revolution will catch on. And when it does, or if it does, I'll be ready. But I'm okay if it doesn't. Steve Nash, first year Prism, when they collaborated with Chipotle to supply him on all the foil. All right, very cool. One more thing I got to show you guys are these card savers. And I got 3 boxes here, 600 total. Shout out to the Bullpen LA by LAX for supplying these to me so I can now get some of these cards graded. So thank you, LA Card Shops. You guys are amazing, and let's keep it rolling. All right, now let's move on to some ideas to help you build some local presence in the community. Now, the first tip I have is to go to the card shops and introduce yourself. Now, that sounds very basic, but the key is that you want face-to-face time with these card shop owners, and you want to do it at a slow time. Do not go on the weekend or their busiest time, whenever that is. Go when they're open, but they're just hanging out. And you can go in there, you can take your time, you could have a good 30-minute or hour conversation, and they don't feel like you're holding them back from helping other customers. The second tip is to ask the card shop owners where they list their cards and what platform is best for them in terms of saving time and money. Some platforms will charge an arm and a leg, others will be a lot less. They have their own personal website or their own service. Perhaps that's where they would prefer you to go. But ask that and make sure that you're asking because you want to save them money and time. When you put their agenda first, it's going to be a lot easier to build relationships. Tip number 3 is if you have a social media presence at all, then tag the business and shout them out, because what business does not want exposure, especially good exposure? And even if you don't have a lot of followers on Twitter or Instagram, just shout them out anyway, because it's the effort, the gesture that counts. And if you don't have anything, or you want another way to offer that same sort of shout out, go to Yelp, go to Google, and leave them a positive review. Now, I don't want you to lie and say like they really sucked and I'm gonna write a good review, because that's not good, that's not ethical. But if you went in there and they were friendly and it was a great place and you had a good time, then by all means leave a 5-star review on those websites, because in tip number 2, we're helping find how we can save them money, which ultimately comes back to us, the consumer. But in this tip, we want to make them more money so that they can sustain what they're doing. And any sort of shout out or positive review will help them do that. And of course, it reflects really greatly on you. Tip number 4 is to join or create your own Facebook or meetup group. And just by becoming the host of one of these groups, you become a connector by default, and people will reach out to you. And that's another way of you offering value to other people in the space, because when someone else can make a sale or a trade or purchase cards, or even just get their question answered by someone else in the group, but it's because you formed that group, that's a good feeling for you, and it also shows that you're contributing to the hobby. Lastly, give it some time. I mean, relationships are built over time because it's proving that we're good with our word, our values align, and when that happens over and over again, then a relationship is formed and it just gets stronger, but it's not something that can be rushed. The quickest way to build a strong relationship in my book is just to offer more and more value as soon as possible rather than delaying it. If you visit LA, make sure to swing by the bullpen right outside of LAX. Head up to Burbank Sports Cards up in Burbank, as you can imagine, and then Simi Cards you can find online. I'll link it up below. Say hi to Tony for me. And do us all a favor, shout out your favorite card shop in the comments section below, and stay tuned to the next video where I go over how I first developed this relationship and how you can do the same. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you over there.